Late breaking news, Tucson's police chief will be the next head of Customs and Border Protection. The Senate just voted to approve his nomination.
The yeas are 50, the nays are 47. The nomination is confirmed.
The vote just wrapped up in the last hour. President Joe Biden nominated Magnus back in the spring. During his confirmation hearings in October, Magnus said he would strike a balance in how immigration law is enforced to balance security and humane treatment of migrants. But he also supports a policy that speeds up the removal of undocumented immigrants. Both Arizona Senators Mark Kelly and Kyrsten Sinema supported his nomination. The Tucson City Council already moving ahead with Magnus's replacement as police chief. Just hours ago, council members unanimously voted to move forward with hiring Deputy Chief Chad Kazmar as the new chief. He's been with TPD since 2000 and he was promoted to deputy chief in 2016. Kazmar has worked a variety of police jobs, including internal affairs, the street crime interdiction unit, and hostage negotiations unit. Speaking to the council today, he says he was humbled by the appointment.
I'm so thankful to have the opportunity to stand here in front of you and be ready for this challenge, and I am ready.
Kazmar still has some things to work out before he officially takes the job, including his salary and benefits. That will be negotiated with the city manager. As leadership at CBP changes hands, Governor Doug Ducey is taking action after another surge of immigrants along the Arizona-Mexico border. More than 5,000 immigrants from several countries have crossed the border near Yuma since Thursday. Many of them are trying to get across as the Remain in Mexico goes back into effect. Today in Yuma, he announced he's sending 24 Arizona National Guard personnel plus support equipment to help deal with the surge there. He's pointing the finger at President Biden's border policies, saying they have led to, quote, December disaster. A lot of students at Tucson's largest school district are still having to take a long walk before taking the bus as leaders scramble to deal with a shortage of drivers. Finding qualified and committed bus drivers continues to be a challenge for TUSD. The bus driver shortage is an issue we first brought you at the beginning of the school year. And as Fox 11's Allie Potter reports, parents and kids are still being impacted. TUSD is still looking for 50 to 60 bus drivers. For more information and how to apply, just visit our website. Today marks 80 years since the day that shall live in infamy, the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor that forced the U.S. into World War II. Tributes have been taking place all day today. At the site of the attack in Hawaii, applause for at least 40 survivors who attended a Remembrance Day ceremony. The theme was valor, sacrifice, and peace. More than 2,300 American troops were killed in the attack, many of them on the USS Arizona, which still lies sunken in the harbor. In Washington, D.C., President Biden and the First Lady visited the World War II Memorial and laid a wreath in tribute to those who died. And here in Tucson, more than 100 Navy ROTC midshipmen led a ceremony on the University of Arizona Mall, home to a USS Arizona Memorial. The ceremony included several special guests and a bell ringing for those killed. The permanent memorial on campus includes an outline of USS Arizona and more than 1,000 medallions inscribed with the names and home states of the service members who lost their lives.
We have to continue to make sure that these young men and women who sacrificed their life continue to live throughout the years to come.
Today, only 2 survivors who were on the USS Arizona are still alive. Luke Hunter of California and Ken Potts of Utah. Both are 100 years old. More tributes took place at another USS Arizona Memorial, this one in Scottsdale. And in Phoenix, Governor Doug Ducey marked the day with a ceremony at the Arizona State Capitol. It took place near where the USS Arizona Anchor sits in tribute. Governor Ducey says, like that anchor, service members keep our country stable and secure, even in times of crisis. Another federal COVID-19 vaccine mandate is now on hold. Today, a federal judge in Georgia blocked the Biden administration's requirement that all federal contractors get the shots. This follows a ruling late last month that applied in 3 states. Other federal mandates for businesses and healthcare workers are also on hold, pending lawsuits. A treatment for COVID-19 is getting some pushback from experts at the World Health Organization. They are recommending against using blood plasma from those who have recovered from COVID. Convalescent plasma is rich in antibodies, but the WHO says a group of experts found that costly and time-consuming transfusions are not effective enough in preventing severe illness or death. Another COVID-19 vaccine may soon be available. This one is made from plant particles that mimic the virus. Get this. The Canadian company Medicago says the two-dose vaccine is 71% effective in preventing infections, including several variants. But it's not clear how it will do against this newest variant, Omicron. The company has started seeking approval right here in the U.S. and in other countries. You can find all of the very latest on the pandemic and the response online, including the very latest case counts. For a closer look at the numbers, you can visit our COVID-19 tracker. That's up right now on our website. Happening now, you may be having trouble getting onto some websites or using some apps. That's because of a major outage at Amazon Web Services, which provides cloud computing services to hundreds of companies, including Instacart, Roku, and Disney+. The outage began this morning on the East Coast. Amazon says it is working towards recovery, but it hasn't said more about the cause. A high-stakes video call today between President Biden and Russian President Vladimir Putin. The White House says Mr. Biden warned his Russian counterpart about strong sanctions from the U.S. and allies if Russia steps up its military threat to Ukraine. We're told 90,000 Russian troops are already at the border. Russia invaded Ukraine's Crimean Peninsula back in 2014. We're also told they discussed cybersecurity and construction of a key gas pipeline from Russia into Europe. It's a huge about-face for a White House chief of staff under President Trump. A lawyer for Mark Meadows says he will not cooperate with the House committee investigating the January 6th riot. The attorney says an agreement broke down because the panel has, quote, no intention of respecting boundaries regarding executive privilege. He also says a subpoena for communications would include intensely personal information. A tribute in the Senate today for a Tucson man who has devoted decades of service to Arizonans. Senator Mark Kelly offered a floor speech recognizing Ron Barber as he prepares to retire. Barber has been serving as Kelly's Southern Arizona director, but his service stretches back decades to a career at the Arizona Department of Economic Security before he left that job in 2006. He later served Kelly's wife, former Congresswoman Gabby Giffords, and won a special election for her seat when she stepped down to focus on her recovery from the January 8th shootings. Barber was also wounded in those shootings. He continued to serve after leaving Congress, working for Representative Ann Kirkpatrick until last year.
Because for Ron, it's never about ego. It's only about helping whatever way he could and wherever he could.
Ron, his wife, and Gabby Giffords all attended the speech in person today. Pima County now has an official fill-in for county administrator as Chuck Huckleberry recovers from an accident. Today, county supervisors voted unanimously to name Jan Lesher as acting administrator. She's already been handling duties of his office since the accident in October, but the appointment now gives her more authority to sign documents and conduct other business. Huckleberry is in a medical facility recovering from the accident. It's not clear when he will be able to return to work. It may not seem like much, but gas prices are falling. What's behind some relief at the pump and why it may not last? And a popular social media platform wants to help you step away from it. The new feature it's rolling out.